September 1st, 2025, Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. Hey fam, sitting here with Thomas, having a conversation about connections and things that we went through separately, but turns out we were doing them
Simultaneously.
Yeah, it was odd. So some of the movements that we've had in the past and some of the recent movements that we've had have mirrored each other. The most recent one being is we both stopped working at our specific jobs the first week of April.
Yeah.
So something about the first week of April for this year. Maybe it's something significant for you as well. Because we are mirrors, we are reflections of each other, but we have connections as well. Different people, different energies that we have connections with. We share similar life journeys.
Yes.
So we wanted to come on and talk about some of the movements that we've had and see if the journeys along the way have maybe synced up with you. Some of the most recent ones that we have noticed is our movements on where home is concerned. Neither one of us have really had anything to call a home.
Either we're moving from place to place with a steady job, or we're at a steady place for a certain amount of time, but we're bouncing from jobs to jobs. And it's just, we're either there and everywhere else, or just there and everywhere else. It's just kind of...
Yeah, so since I know for me, 2017 is when my movements restarted. But my whole life has been movement until I raised my kids in one spot from 2009 to 2017 or 2018. I say that at 218, and that's funny because I have a stepdaughter whose date of birth is 218.
2018 is, late April 2018, I experienced a near-death experience, and that was transformative.
Yep. So some of y'all may have near-death experiences out there. I know I have. So that'll be also in a video that we're going to talk about. So near-death experiences is something that also we have in common, that a few of you out there share with us.
It can be very enlightening.
Yes. So anyhow, moving forward, so for 2018, I took my son and 4 dogs and 2 birds and a bunch of stuff that I didn't need, and put things in storage for 2 years and paid for that for 2 years that I didn't need, and ended up getting rid of it for a lot less. $100 I sold it all for, and there was like thousands of dollars worth of stuff in there. But you can't take everything with you, and sometimes you have to realize that material possessions are just material possessions, and sometimes they weigh you down and anchor you in places that you're no longer supposed to be.
It's just baggage.
So we had to learn to become minimalist.
Yeah.
And with a kid and animals and stuff, that was difficult. And so we moved a year. At first, when I first left in 2017, it was a year. So we were here a year and moving, here a year and moving. It was like repetitive and felt like Groundhog's Day. It did feel like nothing was ever certain, but the same shit, different day was always there.
I had the misfortune of doing it all in the same town.
Oh, we moved places. We went from Castle Rock to Colorado Springs, and he stayed in the same town.
Yeah.
444.
Yep, small town in Virginia.
And then it went from, how long did you stay in places? Where was it years, a year, months?
I was either at a job for a year and I was bouncing to different places or even hotel rooms, didn't really have much baggage, or I'd have stuff in the storage unit, bouncing from hotel to hotel room. It was not a good situationship that I was experiencing at the time. And for a longer time, it's a year here, hotel rooms, people's couches, friends that, were maybe fake friends, or, we might be taking advantage of the situation, and it's just, when that kind of happens, you stay in a place for what might be a long time, like maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and, but
555, voice of love coming through. That was weird.
Bounce around from different professions, and I had 6 different jobs in 4 months one time, and it was kind of the next shoe to drop. Nothing really stable, but almost getting there, and then it's like 3 steps away from being homeless. If I wasn't blessed with people that cared about me, or the motivation to just get up off my dead ass and on my dying feet and just get out there and not stay stagnant, because if it's draining that much out of you to be in one place and not feel like you've got a place.
Yeah.
Just sometimes that profession's not for you. Jobs are replaceable, and jobs is going to replace you.
They're not going to sit around and give you that, we'll give you time to think about this, 711, I said that, They're not going to give you a heads up and give you a chance. So make sure that, that you're choosing you every time, because they're not going to give you we're going to give you a 2 weeks notice and then you got to get out, or a month's notice, or no. So why respect them the same if they're not going to respect you that much?
Right? If you go to an interview and it's one of those hiring events and they're hiring like quite a few people, to different people at the same time, don't be so naive as to believe that they don't do firing events too.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've had those as well. And you may have those jobs that you get fired through no fault of what you did. Maybe it's a personality thing, I got fired because of my hair color. They hired me and didn't look at my picture, and then whenever I got there, they wanted me to wear a cap. I worked nights. I worked 12-hour nights, and they wanted me to wear a cap with all my hair under it for 12 hours, which was very hot, and I refused. And so it became a problem, and so eventually I got fired over that. They said either change the color or wear the cap, and I didn't want to do either one, because why should I have to change? It wasn't affecting anybody. This was in Bakersfield, California. So, we've gotten to where we accept that kind of, behavior from people, that we allow them to push us around and tell us how to look, how to talk, how to dress, what to say, what to believe. And you get so much into that, they change who you are personally. And then you become somebody different in a job that you don't even love. So, what are you giving up? Maybe that makes sense to y'all. I lost a lot of jobs because I chose not to change or dim who I was. But in other ways, I did dim who I was, because I still didn't always speak out and say things that I should have. I know we're all guilty of that as well. But for the movements and stuff, that was the hardest for me. It was trying to find a home And then I realized that home was always where I was.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter what the place was, what it had in it. Once I learned that home was inside of me, my heart, that I made the home, that my energy could make home anywhere. My car can be a home, and has been. Lots of places. I'm sure you found home in lots of different places over the years.
You lose places, you lose people, you lose jobs, buildings burn down, but home is a feeling. Home is what you create outside of your inside. You take that and you just splatter it all over wherever you are. It can be a hotel room, it can be, somebody you're renting from a place, it could be an RV. Pretty sure a lot of you going through this too. RV is the dream. I mean,
on the road, 11-11.
if you're just out there feeling like you're wandering around and you don't really have, you want to go. You want to have everywhere be your home. And you want to see all of the windows. What's outside where you are. What's outside where we are. Let's go outside. Let's meet outside.
We always meet on the road. We meet lots of 1144. We meet lots of fam on the road. We meet in parks. We meet in all kinds of beautiful places. We meet in all kinds of interesting places. We meet in metaphysical shops. We meet in restaurants. We meet in so many different places. I met him on my daughter's birthday, 7/18. He reached out. So that was interesting. I mean, it was on my daughter's birthday. And something about, I think the moon was full on that day or something. So, you never know when or where you're going to meet the connections, the Easter eggs, the keys to your awakening. We're everywhere. We are your keys. You are our keys. You are our puzzle pieces. We don't have yours, you don't have ours. And this was never supposed to be a one-player game, peeps. And that's what we are all waking up and realizing. Because you are creators of your own reality, just like we are. And you already know how to create shit. You create that every day. We're here to help you maybe learn how to create something a little bit different. We have figured out different ways. We're still learning 1311. But in 1311 was a thing that came through on Romans 13:11. It was a reading that I did. That's interesting that I just saw that again. Something about that. Anyhow, something about spiritual awakenings right now and believing more. Everything's happened more fast and furious. We have a storm coming through tonight, and today was the day that we chose to come on and talk about movements. So if you want to know anything more about movement, about how we managed to get around and how we did our day-to-day lives, it wasn't easy, but we had to learn just like everything else. You're never alone. We were never alone. We thought we were. I thought I did everything on my own. Raising my son when he was 15 or whatever, and I had 4 to 6 other teenage boys for 2 years that I took care of as well. They taught me a lot. I was never alone. Were you alone?
Not really. No. It felt that way, and I'm sure it does, but we're here. We've always been here.
And spirit has always been there. I have always been protected. Everything that I've always needed, I've had. Always. They've always sent in somebody something in the time that I've needed it. And they will for you as well. That's kind of how it works. You just got to believe, and you got to see, and you got to appreciate all the small things that are sent your way. And look around for the people that they send your way, because you never know where the light bringers will be. We're all over the place.
You'll bump into a lot of us here and then, and here and now, and all the time.
And we are very grateful for all of you reaching out. We're Reiki healers, and we've been helping people with Reiki healings, readings, and guides, and counseling as well. A lot of y'all have had losses. Some of y'all have had movement. Some of y'all have needed help with spiritual guidance. Some of y'all need Reiki healings. All of you have needed something, and we're grateful that you have chosen us to reach out to. And please continue to do so. We're going to be doing the meditative thing with Mark on You Are the, what is that, Holy Grail meditation, until we get ours up and running. But we will be getting something of our own up and running as well. So that way there are more opportunities for y'all to join in many different areas to help learn how to meditate and get out of your own damn way.
Breathe.
Get outside and ground. We love you, fam.
Namaste.
Later.
We'll see you outside.